Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Burning Truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Burns, and I've got to say it's The Burning Truth. This is the episode after the New Year special and everything, and I've got one thing to say. It's good to have you back.
He's missed me.
I've missed him!
He was pining like a little bitch.
You wish. This is official. We're not actually in separate locations. We're not in, he's not in another country, and I'm in the UK. We are face to face.
I have been away for quite a while.
Really?
I turned into Kelsey, the man who can't fuck off properly.
No. You went from you could never leave to where the hell are you?
I feel like a special guest.
You're not getting any special treatment.
No, it's been really, really, really chaotic, holidaying just before Christmas, and then playing on the Northern Tour for Blackpool.
Yeah.
Which is a real shock to the system. While you were representing us at Wolfrun, I was playing on the Blackpool Tour against people from Norway and other parts of Europe in an all-amateur event.
I was also representing in FCW as well.
Yeah, you went to FCW. And so it's been really chaotic, and I won't discuss too much about the Blackpool Tour, but what I will say is what an eye opener.
Definitely.
An eye opener. And it was nice, got to represent the brand elsewhere.
And it is actually, interesting, and in case somebody has probably noticed, yes, we have been gone for a short time on a short hiatus. That is due to, as much as I know my colleague's been actually away for, numerous weeks and whatnot, I've actually been flying the flag and everything, and especially through the Christmas, the holiday period.
He just didn't want me here. He
No,
kept on telling me, it's alright, I don't want you this week.
That's a lie. You were busy, and whatnot, so I understood. So that was the thing. I had to keep flying the flag, and it got to the point where I was sort of a little bit burnt out.
Yeah.
So I needed a bit of downtime.
I think the last time we were in the same room was at the Academy.
Yeah. It was the Academy Anniversary 2 show.
Yeah, I think that was the last time we were in the same room.
However, I didn't see your classic quote, "Move the fuck out my way."
No. Well, I had a bird's eye view at the Academy.
Great view. Great view. And one thing I will say about the Academy show, amazing show.
Yeah, really good show. Review will be coming out for that over the next coming weeks.
True,
so that'll be coming out in the next coming weeks, and then moving forward, news coming on later on just about what we've got planned for this year to make it a little bit better and more interesting. Obviously, timings are going to be a little bit here and there for things and shows because
we've got a lot of weeks to catch up on.
Yeah, got a lot of weeks to catch up on, but we're also busy people now. The diaries that we've got for this year look chaotic already.
Pretty much. And it feels like, is it going to get easier? Nope.
No, it's only going to get bigger, Towards the end of the year, we bought you a couple of what we thought were nice profile interviews.
Yeah.
We started off this year with Eddie Cobain, which was one of your favourite interviews that you've done.
Definitely. But then again, the other interview I had as well was also great.
Which is Demo, which is coming out in a couple of weeks.
Which is the Blue Arrow Demo Scorpio, which will be 2 weeks after the Eddie Cobain.
Yeah.
Because as some of you may have noticed that we have announced the interview for Eddie Cobain being released on Monday. However, we have also stated that we'll be, instead of doing it every week, we will be doing it fortnightly.
Yeah. So, just before Christmas, we brought you a brief interview with Bram. Obviously, we caught Bram, I think it was about 11:15 at night.
It was late, and at the same time, we were also getting, if I'm not mistaken, snow warnings.
Yeah, so we caught Bram at that time. We also caught other people on that day. We caught Luke Basham.
That we did, and and your favourite interview.
It was a good interview.
Your favourite interview, which was, I believe, Miss Hope Brooks.
Hope, yeah. Wide interview. I think she's over in the States at the moment getting ready for Royal Rumble season. That girl had some stories.
Definitely.
If you haven't seen the interview, potentially my favourite one of 2017.
So that's a good shout out. But then again, if anybody wants to find any of the interviews, to find them, just go onto our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which they're all in case, just in case if you don't know what order they're in or anything, just have a look at the programming for the TBT interviews. We've actually got a bit of a playlist.
Yeah.
Actually plays them all in order.
But there'll be more interviews coming out this year. Hopefully, there's a couple of people I know I want to have a second chat with.
Well, as I just stated about that little playlist, it plays them with the most recent one to the oldest.
Yeah. I know there's a couple of people who I wouldn't mind having a second chat with.
Yeah.
And I think you probably feel the same.
And I agree with that.
There's more people who we want to try and grab for the first time.
If I'm not mistaken, we're actually getting people begging us.
But no, so it's looking onwards and upwards.
It's all on the up and up. It's all good news and whatnot. It's great because we're going to be bringing bigger things, more things, and we actually have some more news a little bit later on.
Yes. So, without further ado, and gilding the lily.
Noah?
What films did you watch this Christmas?
Die Hard?
You're supposed to watch A Knight's Tale.
Right. It's alright. You just caught me off guard.
Oh, God.
I do apologise.
And here's you call yourself a television buff.
Do take into account I had sleep deprivation through Christmas while trying to fly the flag of the burning truth.
Oh. See this? This is just for you, it doesn't help the people of the radio, but that
No, it doesn't help.
It's
great,
just for you.
Great for audio, great for broadcasting, fantastic. What my colleague was trying to actually to showcase was him rubbing his fingers together, saying he's playing the world's smallest violin. Yeah, I like how you're trying to do that quote. Can you actually say where it's from? What film?
Go on.
Reservoir Dogs. In case you want to know who says it, Mr. Pink.
I saw, and this is going completely off topic, which will probably be the way of today. So, while I was at work, I had a little break, and then someone came out to me, and they were like, "Can you imagine what Star Wars would be like if it was filmed in the voice of Snatch?"
Oh, good lord.
So, someone has made a parody of Star Wars, but called it Snatch Wars.
Continue. I'm not adding on to that.
And it is absolutely brilliant. If anyone gets a chance just to watch the first 3 or 4 minutes, it is so worth watching just for the opening 3 or 4 minutes.
Agreed. Fair enough. I'll possibly look at that. However, if parents of younger viewers, please make sure to check the content.
It's not suitable for anyone under the age of 18.
So, parental guidance is advised.
And necessary.
There we go. Anything else you want to warp people with?
No. I think it's quite entertaining.
You're always warping people, aren't you?
Yeah, you have to distract. So, you mentioned you were at Wolf Run last week.
I was.
How did you find that?
Absolutely entertaining. And I will state, a good show for us to attend. It was my first official show to attend for the new year.
Yeah.
And I will say, what a great way to start it. Plenty of great matches. Unfortunately, a written review cannot be done, or an audio review can't be done. Unfortunately, due to one of the matches actually being missed due to unfortunate circumstances, which I will not detail. Cannot detail at this moment in time. What?
Just shaking my head, saying that you can't disclose details.
Basically, I was providing helping evidence to the police over a crime, and that is all I am saying.
Not guilty.
I wasn't guilty, and in fact, I assisted.
So what was your favourite match of the ones that you got to watch then?
It's hard to say, because there were actually all-round matches, plenty of matches. However, one match I will have to give TJ Sky versus the Judge. Great comedy spots and everything. However, there was one move in it at the end that was unbelievable, and the fact that you will not believe it. All I'll say to you is it looked like a superplex was coming in to play on TJ. TJ literally fought off, slipped down under, and decided to hit the Judge while he's standing in position to do a superplex in the back, and decides to put him into like a modified razor's edge position. Luke places him over the shoulder and walks out of the corner. He looks like he's about to. He could barely hold him up. Turns it over into a DDT from that position, from over his shoulder. It got the 1, 2, 3, and I will say the match itself that showed, how much heart and dedication TJ Sky has.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But I will state, great match, great crowd reaction, especially when I'm surprised that the referee didn't disqualify TJ Sky for having fan assistance.
Okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he actually picked up one of the younger fans to drop kick the Judge. However, I think the referee had allowed it because Judge was breaking the rules as well.
Okay. So that was that. What other matches did you have on the night there then?
We had Kat Von Cage versus Shauna Shea. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't describe that match because that was the one match I was preoccupied and assisting. However, the noise from that match was astounding. From outside, I could actually hear it outside from where I was. Great atmosphere. We also had the champion against which is the Bouncer versus Brandon Thomas.
How was that?
Interesting dynamic, because both of them, because Brandon was being nice,
right,
and it was like a good guy versus good guy.
Yeah, and
you can see them having a fair match, but then you can see signs as Brandon again returning villainous. The eagerness of becoming the champion weighing heavy.
Liam there? Liam Perrin?
Yes, I believe he was. He was teaming up with Shorey.
Okay.
And that was against the Elliot Jordan Experience and one of his associates. I'm trying to remember his name, unfortunately. I didn't quite catch it at the time, unfortunately. So I do apologise for that.
No, it's fine.
But great tag team match with Alec Jordan's team getting the win. But it was more of after that match that was more important.
Okay.
Because Shorey took the pen. Liam Perrin, try and make the save and whatnot. But it was looking bad. It looked bad and whatnot when it happened. 1, 2, 3, and Perrin come in, helped up Corey. Oh, Shorey. I do apologise.
Yeah.
Shorey helped him up, and it looked like he was hugging. Give him a bit of a hug. Say, don't worry, we'll get him next time. To then pretty much blatantly put Shorey down.
Right.
He absolutely turned on Shorey and the crowd.
So, for those of you that are not aware of where that has been going, so Liam Perrin's been on quite a losing streak.
Yeah.
And he's been teasing it.
He's been getting so close.
He's reached his limit.
And it looks like he snapped. He's had enough. And I will state, he would have done more to Shorey if it wasn't for TJ Sky coming out.
Some people just reach that limit, and he has reached his limit now. He's gone, fuck it, I've had enough, I need to win.
I can say that, but at the same time, why take it out on Shorey?
No, I understand that, but at times, it's the closest person to you that gets it. Fortunately for Shorey, wrong place, wrong time.
It's just a shame now. Who knows? Could this lead to a match against TJ Sky versus Liam Perrin, or is it going to be Shorey versus Liam Perrin? Who knows and whatnot? Only one way to find out, and that is by checking, by being at the next Wolfram Pro Wrestling show. If anyone wants to know the date, check out on their social media.
So Wolfram, I think, have got 6 shows this year, or is it 8 shows?
I think it could be 6 to 8.
Yeah. So
However,
they're all in Penn.
They're all in Penn, yeah. They're all there. If anybody wants to know where the location and show dates are, just check them out on their social media on Facebook.
Which is?
Wolfram Pro Wrestling. Just type it in, you'll find them.
No, so that's fine. So, let's go over to the land of America.
America.
So, what's been happening over there? Roman Reigns
I'm not touching this one.
has supposedly been accused of doing steroids.
Yikes.
So, there's been a report going around this week on a podcast saying how a whistleblower / person who used to deal steroids.
It's not a whistleblower. It's basically somebody who got busted.
Yeah, and
for a drug ring.
A part of his plea agreement is that he give up his clients.
Yeah.
And on that list, Roman Reigns' name.
It actually wasn't actually on the written list. He named him on a sort of radio show or podcast, saying, "Oh, he's a really cool guy." Now, Roman Reigns set out a message stating, "I don't even know the guy." Could the guy just be using his name because people are associating, getting it close? Is he trying to use
5 minutes of fame, get a quick buck out of it?
Pretty much, potentially that could be the case.
So it's all innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
So that's the first part. So it's all innocent until proven guilty. At the moment, it's just speculation.
It's a speculation. We're not stating if it's true or not. We're just stating stating the facts that have actually been presented, and that's that.
Yeah. What we will say is, and it's what we always say: once we know or have an update on the story, we will put it up.
We will let you know.
While we're on the topic of Samoan wrestling dynasties, one of Roman's cousins is also...
you're going to go there? I thought you were going to go somewhere else. But I like how you decided to use, Roman's family. Oh, yeah. This is something that that was posted out on our Facebook page, which is Jey Uso.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, boy?
£500 for drink. Well, $500, not pound. because that'd be about $650. But $500 for drunk under the influence or
DUI.
driving under the influence.
DUI. Naughty. As much as I know you talk about the penitentiary, boys, don't put yourself there.
No, but does that get you a strike with WWE?
That can potentially get you into serious trouble and a potential in-house strike.
Yeah.
Now, that could very well change some plans that might have been, certain plans that might have been set in stone for the Royal Rumble could be changed or may stay the same. But we'll never know, but that's up to them. Because they will know what their results are. Well, I say we know the results. They probably won't. They probably rescript it as usual at the last second. Probably. But the one thing I will state about this is this one massive fact. He's been in trouble. He should be setting an example. A good example. Would you agree with that?
It's always hard when you're constantly under the microscope. You imagine how many people are
I agree.
for DWIs, and hardly any of them get brought to centre stage. When you're in the spotlight, you are constantly being monitored. So that's why it's probably a big deal. Is it something he can recover from? Definitely. Will he? We don't know.
And the way things were on SmackDown, with him being there, everything seemed to be okay and fine.
Yeah. I can't imagine it'll cause too much of an issue. There's people who've done worse. Speaking of people who've done worse, and I know there's certain wrestling related, but if you come back to England, a footballer has just got 40 hours community service, and can you guess what for?
Go on.
For hitting his wife. And all he gets is 40 hours.
Now, I'm going to be picking my words very carefully. Should never happen. If anybody is is sort of in that situation, please make someone know about it and report it.
But how do you only get 40 hours?
That should not be the case. That is just unbelievable. That is unbelievable. However, we don't know all the rules.
No, we don't know the in and out. But how do you only get 40 hours of community service?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't state because we don't know all the facts, unfortunately.
No.
But it is. I can understand why you question it, but we can't.
Which brings in, because people are going, $500, that's probably not a load. Well, put it into context with that. Would you rather the 40 hours or...
Yeah. It's quite unbelievable.
So, it's an interesting way of looking at things. So, what else has happened? Paige.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people are stating it's all factoid. She is 100% retired and everything. However, we can't state that yet because it's not been officially announced.
And no one properly retires. Just look at Daniel Bryan.
He's still fighting to get back in the ring.
And he's supposedly the favourite to win the Royal Rumble.
More on that later.
Let's see if he's a favourite by next week.
Okay, we'll continue on. Right. The reason why he's favourite is because of the current storylines.
Oh, I totally understand why he's a favourite, but we said we'll have a look next week if he's still a favourite. I'll speak about Daniel Bryan next week.
Or is this just a bookie's way of...
It's a red herring, This could happen. I don't think it's going to happen. If he was going to wrestle, he would have wrestled by now.
And it's something that, as much as every doctor that he's been to They're saying, "Oh, get in, get in." The WWE doctors are stating no, because it only takes one bump go wrong, and it can be disastrous.
Especially with all these things that's just been going on with the NFL and concussions.
Yeah.
Vince is very worried about people being injured while working on the job.
Well, there is the interesting fact for you that I've got is that there's somebody in that was in wrestling that is part of a concussion committee.
Go on.
Chris Nowinski,
Yes.
who has actually been very heavily trying to get unprotected chair shots, concussions, well known, which we have actually previously reported already.
Because we believe in safety.
We believe, but the one thing I will state, the whole thing with Daniel Bryan is it most likely red herring. I'll see it when I believe it. But let's move back to our original story that we were talking about, which is Paige.
Yes. So Paige took a stinger on a house show
Yeah.
where Sasha tried to kick out from the corner.
Yeah. Now, some people are blaming Sasha,
Yeah.
and some people aren't.
What's that saying? It's not ballet?
Wrestling isn't ballet. People can get hurt, and the thing is, Sasha's been doing that kick out for quite some time,
Yes.
and it should be known, but at the same time, there could have been just miscommunication. Paige could have been, sort of doing a gloat, getting ready to turn around to take the hit.
Well, Paige has been very vocal about Sasha Banks since she came back, saying that she's one of her favourite people to face
Yeah,
and how good she is in the ring, considering her age.
exactly. And Paige herself's been quite...
Paige, since her return, was doing well. She got motivation, she got a direction, which is more than I can say for half the people on the roster.
That's including the men.
Yeah, so all the power to her. Hope she comes back. Otherwise,
If that career is over, I will be quite... It'd be quite upsetting. Because at such a young age.
no, I totally agree. It would be so disappointing.
But at the same time, she's also had her doctors stating she shouldn't be wrestling as well. Which could mean is there other issues as well with her neck.
Well, there's only one way.
Time.
Yeah.
We'll have to give it time, see what develops, and see where we go from here.
So I know you want to talk about the curb stomp.
Yes. Interesting. Especially with us mentioning about the head trauma. Why is that back?
To give him an edge.
It does give an edge, but using a move that supposedly causes blunt force trauma to the skull.
He needs something to get the crowd behind him. Because as much as he's a face, he doesn't get that constant cheering, backing off the crowd during a match.
Agreed. And before he returned to his old finisher, which WWE are calling the Blackout.
Yeah, he was using like a modified
V-trigger.
Yeah.
Which not many people were knowing what to call it, what to do with it, and it's not been getting over as much. So the reason why the curb stomp could be back is because the new finisher hasn't been as successful.
No, so that's understandable.
So that we'll talk about that more if necessary, if there is more to talk about it. Is there anything else you want to discuss?
So, from a standpoint of Raw, I'm looking forward to watching the anniversary show.
Plenty of returnees.
Yeah, like if you run through that list, it's like a who's who of 25 years. So you got DX, the Outlaws. Mankind was going to be there, but he's got other commitments.
It's not just other commitments. He feels it would go against the storylines as well.
Kevin Nash was going to be there, struggling to make it.
Hulk Hogan wants to be there, but has been mentioned that he's not.
No, but you've got Trish Stratus there, Lita,
Stone
Tori
Cold.
Wilson,
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Chris Jericho.
The King and JR.
Oh, wow. Plenty. And somebody who's being labelled a legend, but shouldn't be labelled as a legend, yeah.
The Boogeyman.
No. MVP.
He's a mid-card.
In WWE. He was mid-carder, not a main eventer. He's not a legend yet.
And he hasn't gone out and dominated world title scenes elsewhere.
He seems to be doing quite well on some other companies. Well, he dominated TNA or Impact Wrestling somehow.
Not for long though.
And yeah, I agreed. It wasn't for long. It was quite short-lived. But that 25-year anniversary is looking very, very promising.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Royal Rumble looking really promising. I'm looking forward to seeing who comes in the women's match.
Any predictions for yourself?
I'm expecting Carmen.
That's a good shout out. Unfortunately, there's no point in me mentioning some of my predictions.
I'm expecting, because they've just signed her to the Performance Centre, I'm expecting Kaylee Ray being there.
Good call. Unfortunately, I can't, as I just stated, I can't mention some of my predictions as I've already actually got them out on our website.
Yeah, so where can they read that?
You can read that on the website, which is www.theburningtruth.co.uk.
Brilliant.
And then just click on blog.
Yeah, no, so lots of things going on Raw. What did you think of the Strowman grapple?
Really? You want?
I thought it was a really good coordinated stunt.
Yes. The aftermath of it, though, didn't make sense.
No. So if you're going to put Brock in an ambulance, put Kane in one as well.
Yeah. And that wasn't the aftermath I was on about.
Go on.
I meant the one that happened the following week.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle coming out. You're fired.
And then hiring him back after he destroys more of the locker room.
Exactly. But he's been told by Stephanie to get him back.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because she's in charge of Kurt. Now, what doesn't make sense, that Strowman used the grappling hook to take out down two people. Yes, he endangered some of the some co-workers and whatnot. Now, where can we mention endangerment that has happened, but no repercussions?
That wouldn't be from me, would it?
What?
That wouldn't be from me dropping you outside the takeaway.
I have no recollection of that. No. Where have we seen somebody trying to attempt to kill somebody? Oh, wait. Didn't Roman Reigns actually put the monster among men into the back of an ambulance and ram it into another truck?
Happens all the time. Shane McMahon.
Wait. I haven't finished. Not with Strowman. We're not done with him yet.
No.
Basically, what about the time when he got put into a garbage truck by the Bar, Kane, and Miz, and pushed the button to compact it?
He's done some really good stunts.
No. This is my point. People have attempted to kill him. No filings whatsoever. Yeah, Strowman used the grappling hook, does a bit of a minor injury.
Could have took out half the backstage staff.
So basically what you're saying is, because he did it backstage, which I understand that.
The life of one performer against the life of 11.
So, but don't you think there should be some reprimand?
Yeah, there should have been. Or there should have been some payback.
At least.
Yeah. But
which Strowman did dish out.
Yeah, he got it in spades.
Yes, he dished it out. But at the same time, Kurt was mentioning, I have to value safety of every person. Every single one person. Even if it was just one person. And I just felt like to say, really?
Absolutely mental.
Yeah. Logic. WWE logic there.
So, what else happened on there that's interesting? So, how are you finding the slow heel turn? Jason Jordan. The Smarky gimmick.
It might not. I don't know why. As much as you're saying he's going to turn heel, a part of me is expecting it not be him to turn.
You're expecting Seth?
No.
Dean?
Yes.
Dean's out for nearly a year.
Yeah, I'm expecting this work that he's trying to do with his boys. You know, the Shield. You know, he's trying to get in as the latest member. You know, to replace Dean. He's working at them. I'm expecting him to pull an angle where they finally accept him.
No, I can't see him keeping the titles past. Well,
I'm not saying they'll keep the titles. Hell's no.
I can't see him keeping the titles at WrestleMania.
I can't see him keeping the titles after Rumble.
And Ambrose out until June, July.
Yeah. But my point is I can see them and still trying to be around them and everything, latching on, and then eventually they cave.
Give him his place.
Give him his place. Dean comes back, a little bit upset, but then says, "No, don't worry. We'll make it a 4."
At least that way they'll be able to cover all the parts of the ring.
Especially with that commentary team that says, they're surrounded and there's 3 of them. There's still one escape route, you moron.
Run!
Run for it!
But no, that's what always makes me laugh. There's one route. Best get going then.
If you see the opening, just run for it, dive over it, go through the crowd, don't care if you have to dive over heads.
It's mental, but another story for another day.
But, as I stated, I'm expecting to come back, all 4 of them, and then the turn. Because he's going to say, you cast me out.
Yeah, I'm expecting a similar sort of thing. What do you think of SmackDown with the US title tournament? Ended a bit prematurely.
Rushed it. They rushed it, and I can't understand why.
Oh, I can.
Go on.
Because they probably want the belt defended at the
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but they actually had it supposedly scheduled to be crowning a new champion. That would have meant more at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think they were rushing it, and I think they realised we've gone a little bit too far.
Yeah.
So, I know where they're coming from.
I know where they might be going.
Yeah.
Would you care to explain why you think you understand them?
So, they've done this so they can try and get some more feuds in time. So, they're going to do the Summer of Punk thing, but with Dolph Ziggler.
A little bit, but I agree with you on that. I'm expecting Dolph come back stating he ain't the real champ. I never lost it. But I'm expecting Dolph to bring a new version
of the US belt. What was it like in WCW?
Oh, completely different.
Different, or?
I think this interpretation is better.
Right, so
if I'm honest.
What are the things that they did do better?
It sort of is, but at the same time, the one thing I did... Yes, I do like the current one. However, I do think the old WCW one looked more traditional.
Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Would you like to remind us what else happened on SmackDown?
I wouldn't mind that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we've got a handicap match coming up for the Royal Rumble, which is AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, this whole thing with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, it looks supposedly like as if they want Shane McMahon to be, oh, I'm the nice guy, and and whatnot, and supposedly turn Daniel Bryan heel by having him side with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He's backing them up and whatnot. He's turning villainous. Doing things behind people's backs. One problem with that: it's It's Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. Doesn't matter which way you say his name. But Daniel Bryan is the most over face they have, period, on SmackDown. I don't think they could naturally turn him heel. It's going to be a forced turn, which I feel as though the crowd is not going to accept. Now, with the crowd not accepting this, it's just going to look like anybody who goes against Bryan is supposedly in the crowd's eyes going to be turned into the villain. Now, which is more believable? Daniel Bryan turning heel or Shane McMahon, who has lately, on SmackDown, in the so-called Land of the Opportunity, tried to cost Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn their jobs, has tried to get involved in matches, feuds all the time, which Daniel Bryan has actually avoided as well. And with that, to some, he has actually been showing signs that could he be possibly turning into the new Mr. McMahon, the next generation? Could he be taking the new role, of what Vince McMahon was during the Attitude Era, but only for SmackDown in this case, with Daniel Bryan going against him and fighting the good fight? That seems more believable to me, personally. And with this recently as well, there's the supposed bookie feud, which we've already covered earlier, with Daniel Bryan being the odds-on favourite to win the Rumble. There's absolutely no way he's going to be involved in regards to this. I can possibly see him getting, somehow he could possibly get involved, which could turn him maybe to what did he want him to be, which is villainous, which I can't see happening. I think personally, the only way WWE could turn Daniel Bryan villainous is if they had Shane McMahon bring his family, get his family involved, and somehow have Daniel Bryan attack Shane, have his son try to stop him, and then viciously attack Shane's son with no mercy. Not going to happen, period, because of multiple reasons. Because one, child abuse, not going to happen.
You won't turn Daniel Bryan heel. People will cheer him, same way they're cheering Owens and Zayn at the moment.
Exactly. And this is the point I was trying to make. I was trying to explain. Like like you just heard me just state. The only way I can see this actual going is Shane being the villain.
The only way I can see it going,
or unless it's a double twist, and it looks like Daniel Bryan's going to turn heel, and he's not, because he's tricked Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens by stating that whoever gets the pin, only one of them can be the champion, and they turn on each other.
Yeah, it'll be. I'm trying to think of the right words for this. So Daniel Bryan won't turn heel.
Oh God, no.
They've tried to turn him heel previously. Doesn't work. We live in an age now where heels and faces very rare.
Yes.
The crowd decide if they like you or they don't, depending on who else you're up against.
Yes.
So it goes from there. So 1 week, Sami Zayn could be going up against Randy Orton. Randy Orton's quite popular, RKO, people get behind it. And then the next week he could be going up against Baron Corbin, and you've got them as the face, because Baron Corbin's one of the most hated people on the roster.
I'd agree with that. Especially with him being a lone wolf.
So, one of the other things I want to talk about. Mixed match challenge. You don't like the idea of this, do you?
I liked how they presented it,
Right?
but I do have some grievances.
Go on then.
The way it was implied is that male wrestlers will be wrestling female wrestlers, and female wrestlers will be wrestling male wrestlers.
Yeah.
Vice versa. Right? That I thought was a whole new concept and would show that the female roster is on level ground with the man.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just seems to be that if either one of them attack each other, they get disqualified.
It's only been one match. You can't judge the whole concept off one match.
Oh, agreed.
So you're not able to judge the concept off one match. So you need to judge it off 6 or 7 different matches.
Yeah. Agreed. You know, like the whole tournament.
Yeah, so once they've got through the first round of matches, there's 5 more tag matches to take place before the first round's done with.
Yep.
So they'll judge it from there.
I agree, but I can't see it to be changing the turn of the tide and making it fully mixed. Now, the whole idea I thought was going to be fully mixed, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, all they've just done is put a team, it's a tag team match with one-on-one matches.
Yeah, intergender tag matches.
It's one-on-one matches, basically. They just get to tag out and just change the match for a short time. It seems a bit unusual. Now, I understand why WWE might not agree with a lot of other people, but when you're putting on mixed tag team, mixed match, mixed
intergender
match.
tag
It's
matches.
an intergender tag match, not mixed, because mixed means you are mixing them all up. You are putting them all against each other.
It might change for the next couple of weeks. Who's this week? So you've got Biggie and Kamala
Yep.
are going up against.
I'm trying to remember who they're up against now myself, and unfortunately,
Asuka and The Miz.
is it Asuka and the Miz?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it. If it's wrong, we do apologise.
But no, so that's one of them matches. I like the concept. Just need to give it a couple of weeks. I wish they'd release the full matches on YouTube after
Yeah.
they've put them on Facebook. Understand Facebook's the area that you want to reach.
Now, the thing is there a permanent? I don't know about this myself, so I haven't looked it up. Is there replayability to rewatch it?
I don't know. That's something I'd have to have a look into.
We'll have to look into that and possibly update you on that for next week. So that's something of interest.
Yeah. So let's move over a bit more.
If let's move back a bit for a minute. If there is replayability, great, because that allows us to catch up and see the actual full matches. But if it doesn't, then initially, one thing I will state is if it doesn't, then basically what you're saying is miss it, and that's it.
Yeah.
But then you're doing it in the US time, which means anybody who is watching in the UK is probably in bed when they're doing it. Which, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing them after SmackDown is just been aired.
Yes.
So essentially, you are doing that then. So by the time people are actually watching it, what time is it about? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it's about 2, 3.
Yeah, no, it's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
So unless you're getting up for an early shift,
You ain't watching it.
no. So that's the downside. What else is there? Because I am very wary that we are crossing into that little hour void.
We are getting close to it, so I feel as though I'm just going to mention one more subject, and then we'll just do a bit of a wrap up.
Yeah.
The one subject I want to cover is the next Academy show, which is Retaliation. Which 2 matches, not 2 matches. One match has been announced, which, if I'm not mistaken, is for the APW Championship, which is the Academy Pro Wrestling Championship, which is Luke Basham defending his championship belt against the former champion Eddie Cobain. Now, this match is going to be scheduled not in any regular match. It is going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yes. So that has the makings to be a quality match. 2 good competitors. Went 25 minutes last time.
I believe it was about 20 to 25. But straight away, are they going to be, with it being an Iron Man?
People forget the psychology of an Iron Man match. People don't come out the same as when they've been in one.
Exactly.
Because it's about pacing. You don't want to go too early. Is it worth taking a pinfall to get one back later in the match?
Is it worth getting the DQ to do something vicious to possibly get 2 wins?
So it's about having the mindset and the ability to go.
Gauge.
Because they're going for the most pins, not
most pins, submissions, or disqualifications.
Yeah. So you losing a fall doesn't necessarily mean that you'll lose a match because of it.
Exactly. And most likely in the event of a tie, they could end up having a sudden death.
Yeah, which then it's war of attrition.
War of attrition, and until there's a winner.
Yeah. So that's going to be really good. If it's anything like the last encounter, one encounter.
Agreed. And one thing I will state, that is on February the 10th at the... I'm trying to remember where it is.
Yeah.
It's the Kyokushinkai martial arts studio, which is in Madeley, Telford.
Yeah.
If anyone wants the information, please check out the Academy social media, or if necessary, check out their YouTube page, which is academy.tv.
Yeah. So, before we go, let's tell the people the first bit of good news for 2018.
As much as I want to blurt it out myself, I'm going to let you.
So, for the first time, we are going to be selling merchandise this year.
That we are.
So, we've got the Burning Truth t-shirts.
Burning Truth t-shirts?
Which are going to go on sale.
Which will go on sale. However, this is not something that's going to be purchased online. This is something that's only going to be able to be purchased in person.
Or messages, and we can sort it out for you. And if you're going one of the shows where we're going, you can arrange to pick it up from a show.
From us at a show, and we can get that all sorted out. However, we haven't got a proper pricing yet, but if you message us, as soon as we've got the details, we will message you back with all prices and such.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Now, to wrap this up this week, where can we find you?
Find me?
Yeah.
At the Burning Truth Studio.
And?
At the Burning Truth.
United Wrestling next
Oh.
week.
Of course, I know exactly what you mean. You can always find me. Well, next week you can actually find me at United Wrestling, where I will be battling it out in a Royal Rumble match. However, I may have to bump into somebody who I've met at United previously.
Go on.
Big Rich.
Yeah, he might drop you like a basketball again.
Thanks for that. The
I'll bring you like the small insult so you can come back round.
I did wake up. It was just I was in pain.
I'll take the license to that truck for you this time.
Please do.
But no, so you're going to be at United.
Yeah.
Then the week after,
If anybody wants to check out the all them details as well, check out United Wrestling on the Facebook page.
yeah. And then after, we've got the Academy coming up, which is on the 10th. We're looking at potentially going to see our friends over at SWA.
Possibly. Fingers crossed.
So our first review of 2018 should be out over the next couple of weeks, which will be for the United Wrestling show, which will be our first wrestling written review.
That will be the written. That will be the written review, but the official review to be revealed will be the Academy 2 show. It will be audio review.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I mean, the written one, it'll be done there at United, as I'll be there.
That it will be.
Multitasking as usual.
And watch me get beat up.
Yeah, but no, that's fine. Right, so you can find The Burning Truth on all our usual places.
Social media, our website. You can even email us.
What's our website?
Our website is www.theburningtruth.co.uk.
What's our Instagram?
The Burning Truth.
Our Twitter?
Wrestling's Fourth Wall.
Facebook?
The Burning Truth.
See, there isn't much this man doesn't know. And then if you want to email us, it's theburningtruth@outlook.com.
Finally, he mentions one.
It's the easy one.
However, I also noticed that you're still against Twitter.
Even though they've increased the characters.
They've increased!
But never mind. No, so that's fine. So, thanks everyone for coming back to us. We hope you stick with us in 2018.
We do hope you stick with us and whatnot, as we feel that this is going to be a big year for us, and hopefully for yourselves. Now, one thing I will state, we want to give out plenty shout outs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We'll do our usual, which is the UKWFZ or the UKWA, as they always do fantastic work and actually help us out with our TBT interviews, especially with the video ones.
Yeah, you can also look up the Academy. That
you can, as we've already mentioned, some of their details like Academy.tv on YouTube. The UKWFZ have actually got their own YouTube channel, which is UKWFZ.tv as well.
Yeah. Then you can also look for Team 4-Star.
Team 4-Star. God damn it, Nate.
And you can also look out for Smosh.
Smosh Games is your favourite. Me, I'm going to go out on a little limb here and state the New Breed.
Go on.
Fantastic band that I've actually been to see personally myself.
Yeah.
I also want to give out two more additional shout outs. One of them being Barely Average Studios.
Yeah.
Which is actually on a YouTube channel that does gaming.
Okay.
I actually know one of the people who actually run it. He's actually a wrestler who used to wrestle for United Wrestling.
Oh, right.
So he's getting into gaming and everything, but it's all interesting how that's all going.
And then the other shout?
The other shout out, I'm literally trying to get the details of that. I believe if I'm not mistaken, I don't be mistaken right now. It should be JG Printing.
Okay.
Which is for a Jamie Gilbert who does some absolute fantastic work that we've seen. I'm hoping to get something new from him.
Yes. So that's that coming. So as always, folks,
We've got one more. We've got our usual shout out, which is for Changes for Healthy Minds. We recommend that website if you want to check it for for personal health, mental health. Recommend it for yourself, or just check it out if just to help somebody else out.
Yeah,
because you never know.
So other than that, though, folks, we'd like to thank you for your time. Take it easy and go support your local wrestling.
We always support your local wrestling, and more importantly, stay safe. So we'll hopefully see you at either the next broadcast, the next interview, or the next review. Till then, stay safe.
No problem. Bye, folks.
Catch you later.